Artificial intelligence as a stream has a very profound impact on the society. Now, of course, there are a lot of industry scenarios that we talk about in terms of solving them, leveraging the power of AI. Can AI, by the way, help me become a better developer? The answer is yes. And in today's episode, we're going to focus on GitHub Copilot. Hi everyone, welcome to TGIF, another Friday, another episode. Today we're joined by Gandhari Samant, who heads the developer and market engagements at GitHub. She's going to take us through a wonderful demo of GitHub Copilot. Gandhari, welcome to TGIF.
Thanks, Sandeep. Glad to be here.
Wonderful. So Gandhari, all of us want to be a better programmer, right? And Copilot is meant to be a pair programmer, right? My buddy in terms of development. So help us understand the relevance of pair programming in the current times.
Sure, Sandeep. So as you see, AI or artificial intelligence is rapidly changing every aspect of our life, right? And software development is not going to be an exception to that. And that's where enters Copilot, which is AI pair programmer that translates the natural. And as a developer, it will help you write code faster and with much lesser work, right? One of the Copilot's most amazing features, which I felt it, when I started using Copilot, is the ability to transform the descriptive comments into entire blocks of code. And being a very big Harry Potter fan, it just seemed like magic to me, right? So Copilot actually helps developers quickly discover alternative ways to solve problems, write tests, and explore new APIs without having to search for answers all over the internet. So think of it as a productivity tool where you, the developer, are still in the pilot seat, and Copilot is going to be your one big helper.
I mean, that sounds magical, honestly, what you just said. What is the magic that's happening behind the scenes, right? All of us understand that, Copilot is powered by GPT-3. So help us understand a bit more of how does it happen behind the scenes.
Sure, Sandeep. So as you know, OpenAI released GPT-3 or Generative Pre-trained Transformer 3 last year.
Right.
It's an autoregressive language model which uses deep learning to produce human-like text. The main skill of GPT-3 is generating natural language response to a natural language prompt. Now, Microsoft and OpenAI work together to create something called OpenAI Codex, which you can call a descendant of GPT-3. It has much of the natural language understanding, but at the same time, it can produce working code. So meaning you can issue commands in English to generate software code. And that's the AI behind the GitHub Copilot. How it's done is GitHub AI Codex has been trained on selection of English language as well as source code from publicly available sources, including code in GitHub public repositories. And that's how it understands both programming languages as well as human languages.
Wonderful. It's all as good as saying is conversation to code because we're using natural language there, right? Awesome. Cool. So Gandhari, time for a demo. Why don't you take us through a quick demo?
Sure, Sandeep. Let me go ahead and share my desktop. So here you can see my VS Code open. Before you can start Copilot, you need to go and get the extension. So if you search for Copilot, you will see that extension, you have to install it. So it's going to be a very basic math demo that I want to show today. So I'm going to start writing a comment here, which is add two numbers and return the result. So as you see, it has started giving me suggestion for my comments as well. So if I just do tab, and it will give me a start of the function tab, and I'm just tabbing through it, and I have my first function. And now the magic is I'm just starting my comment and it is telling me whether I want to subtract two numbers. So I'm again going to accept it and tap through it and accept it. And now it already knows that I need to do a lot of mathematical functions. So it is asking me whether I want to add a multiplication function. But if you hover over, you will also see GitHub Copilot. So as you see, it is giving you multiplication, division, square, cube, everything. So if I just accept this solution, all this is already there. So one more demo I would like to show is for one of my favorite languages, which is Python. .py, and as you know, in Python we start command with this. So I'm going to say tweet a new message every 5 seconds. And when I do this and I start writing my function, it will show me definition main, and it will give me this possible option of implementing this function. But at the same time, if I open the GitHub Copilot, it will give me many more options. And with that, with a few clicks and a few tabs, I have my code ready, right? So I'm going to tab through it, tab, and that's it. So you can see quickly how I finish my function, and that is GitHub Copilot for you.
Awesome. That was pretty cool, actually. All you did was tab, tab, and tab. Is that what is required for us to be better programmers? I'm sure it's more than that, but that was wonderful. As a programmer, I probably look smart with Copilot because it gives me some of the best code that I can write with choice of language, right? Awesome. So anything else, Gana, before we close?
I think what I would like to add is, yes, Sandeep, as you said, it's tab, 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 but it is also ingenuity of a lot of developers that are behind all this AI. So in the end, it's development. That's what GitHub is all about.
Absolutely. Very well said. In fact, it's truly magical. As I said earlier, it's conversation to code, and it can't get better than this, honestly. There's true power of AI coming into play when it comes to me getting a buddy programmer or Copilot, what we call it, right? Awesome. Thanks so much, Gandhali, for your time today. And again, for all viewers watching this today, Copilot is available. Go ahead and sign up. Of course, there's a queue system. You will get approved very soon, but time to try out Copilot. And if you want a better programmer, time is now to embrace Copilot. Thanks for watching. A wonderful Friday and a great weekend ahead. Bye-bye.